introduction. Dr. Demento was waiting for you outside.
No, I only work with Dr. Paul Bailey.
He's got the straight jacket waiting for you. We're going to change the name of the church to Fun University. Well, good morning. I guess everybody is here. I keep saying why
This guy's been here since 8:45 this morning. Okay. So,
I didn't know the punishment was going to be this severe. I would have been later.
you're telling me.
Well, good morning, everyone. Come on. Good morning. That's much better. You woke me up. Holy Toledo. I forgot what I was going to say now. Back in 1988, not 1888, I did my first lecture at the Onset Church in Massachusetts. And I'm going to bring it up today because I think it's important. The topic of that was, does thoughts have wings? Does thoughts have wings? Think about it. Every time you think good thoughts or bad thoughts or the middle of the road thoughts, it's always transmitted out. Now I know a gentleman who is an expert in quantum physics. And if you ever talk to somebody in that nature, you say, when it comes off the wall, I'll grab it. And we did discuss this about thoughts. And I said, basically, don't you think the thoughts are frequency of what we think and goes out? And he said, well, that's right. And I felt like saying, well, why don't you say it in simplistic words so I can understand what you're talking about? But that's basically what happens. Every time we think of something, it's always emanated out, or shot out from you. It's like planting a garden. My father was a very gentle person, very well liked in my hometown of Stoughton. I can say that because we have two Bostonians here. And he was very well known, very loved and everything else. When I was a young man growing up, or a young child growing up, he said to me, I want to teach you how to plant a garden. I said, okay. So I went out and I decided to plant not a flower garden, but another type of garden with vegetables and everything else in it. But I didn't realize how difficult it really was. You have to cultivate the soil, get rid of the leaves and the twigs and everything else to grow the garden. And after it was done, it worked out very well. It really did. In a lot of ways, our subconscious mind is just like that. We have to cultivate our own subconscious mind to start thinking more positive about our lives and more convinced about what things are going to happen in life instead of pulling in all this negative stuff. You know, you turn on the TV and all you see on there is news about how bad things are, the economy and this and that. And after a while it really gets to you. The general public today is really down on a lot of things, and I can understand that because the economy is pretty bad. I went to this restaurant, Friendly's restaurant. I didn't even think they had Friendly's down here in Melbourne. And I was with this girl. We were sitting there, and we were kidding. We were having a good time on little crazy things, just laughing. And this couple who sat across from us, he was from Rhode Island. He gets up and he says to me, he says, that's great that you have some fun in life. He said, I don't hear that anymore. He says, everybody's so down. I said, yeah, I really noticed that. He says, keep it up, keep it going. I said, well, we intend to. Why not? Now, I know after today we have a lot of upbeat people here, there's no question about it. And you've got to keep that going all the time as well. A friend of mine who was a psychologist, his kids went to school with my kids in Mass, and he teaches at Margate in Florida. And he said the same thing, that people are really down, no fun anymore. And you can see that. It's because everybody's down. So we need to clean out our subconscious mind, if you will, and place in some positive things. Have fun with life. Have fun with life as much as you can. I had somebody else say that she goes out and hugs a tree. I said, okay, but if that's what gets you feeling good about life, then that's fine. When I was out in Arizona, I did lectures out there in the church service and all kinds of things. And I did a house party at this particular woman's home. And she had out this great big egg-shaped rock. There's a name for it. It comes from India. I can't think of it offhand. And the thing is enormous. It's bigger than I am. And that's pretty tall. And she says, go out there and put your hand on it. It's going to talk to you. And I said, okay. Where does he come from? But I want to tell you something interesting, because I have to be proven before I believe in things. That rock did speak. That rock did speak. And it's not me. It was a rock. So there's a lot of things that God, the Infinite Spirit, has given us to help us to feel good about ourselves. And we just at times don't acknowledge it. I had a gentleman come over to me and he says, I am so depressed, I can't believe it. I really am. It's just unbelievable. Everything I touch is there. It goes through the whole thing. And I said, why don't you come with me tomorrow? He said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to make some visitations to the hospital. Now, I don't care what religion the people are in the hospital, but if I know them, I will go in and see them. So I go in, and I take him with me. And we go through the different wards where these people are. We finally come out and he says, your point's well taken. I said, yes. Be happy who you are and love who you are. And remember, there's other people out there wish you they were like you. And it's very true. I got on at Dunkin' Donuts all the time. Every morning I have to get my coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. As soon as I come in to Dunkin' Donuts, they say, here comes John. Give him a medium-sized coffee with 5 spoonfuls of sugar. I said, I don't need 5. And he always kid me about that. And of course they say, you want a donut? I said, no, you can have it on me. And on the way out, I'm driving home, and I noticed this gentleman sitting on the sidewalk in this fold-up chair, wrapped up in the clothes, or towel or something, with all his possessions outside of him. And I'm saying to myself, ain't I lucky? I'm driving home, and this poor guy's out there, nowhere to go. So we kind of have to look at our important things of life. Clean out the subconscious mind and put in some good stuff for yourself. You know, I was just telling somebody earlier, I was up at Casadega and I was doing I was there. There was a group on the side, and the minister said to me, go ahead over there and teach them something. I said, oh boy. And there's about 20 people standing there, and I went over and I said, okay, the topic of today is, who do you love? Who do you love? One person said, I love my cat. One person said, I love my dog. One person said, I love this thing, I love that. There was a couple going to get married next month, and he turns to me and he says, I love whatever her name is. I said, smart move. But a woman up in back said, I love who I am. I love who I am. And I said, you come down here. You need the gold star for your forehead. Because if you don't love yourself, how can you love anyone else? How can you love anything else if you don't love who you are? And I believe that that's what God, the Infinite Spirit, wants us to do, is to pay more attention to us. You know, we don't really know how fortunate we really are. If you take a look at the other planets out there, you wouldn't want to live there. I mean, everybody wants to go to the planet Mars, the 4th planet from the sun, but how barren it is. But look at what we have here. We have a lot of great stuff. Being on Father's Day, we have to remember that. We have to remember what you want to call God, God. the infinite spirit, or our Father. This is Father's Day, so we can call him our Father. And he's working for us all the time. He loves us and he wants us to be happy on the earth. When I was out in Arizona, I did a seance out there. And trust me, I was skeptical about a lot of these things. I've been doing this for 40 years. I'm only 30 years old. Don't say that 4 times 30, come on. But anyways, so I have to be proving these things. When I did that seance, it was so fascinating, it was really convincing to me about the changes in the earth are being taken care of by God. And I believe that. And that was the reason why I went out there. The reason why I went out there is because I had to go through that. So God and our spirit guides, and everybody has one, is working with us in that text. We have to pay attention to it, especially now. As spiritualists, we have another job to do. Once we feel good about ourselves, then we can help others feel good about them. And I believe that that's what we really need to do. And I thank you.